If you are going to help the ICC as a nation enforce their arrest warrant against Bibi and Gallant, the former defense minister, I will put sanctions on you as a nation. You're going to have to pick the rogue ICC versus America. So to any ally, Canada, Britain, Germany, France, if you try to help the ICC, we're going to sanction you.
Well, that means I want every ally, and you saw little Justin in Canada and his position. What should the penalty be?
We should crush your economy because we're next.
This is my video update on this Saturday morning, November the 23rd. Let's talk about some news. And we are going to start things off with the ICC arrest warrant for Netanyahu. Ooh, Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is plenty mad. Sanction Europe. Sanction Britain. Sanction Germany. Sanction Canada. Trudeau. Trudeau is going to be placed on U.S. sanctions if he dare arrest Netanyahu. Oh, I'm loving this. Are you guys loving this? I'm loving this. Lindsey Graham threatening U.S. allies, U.S. satellites, vassal states. That is what Lindsey Graham is doing. We should crush their economy because we're next. Lindsey Graham is saying, I'm next. If they go after Netanyahu, if they arrest Netanyahu, they're coming after me, man. Unbelievable stuff, man. Unbelievable. So Germany, they are taking a look at the ICC decision to go after Netanyahu. But it does look like Germany will not arrest Netanyahu if he does decide to travel to Germany to visit the pirate Schultz. From the Telegraph, Germany won't arrest Netanyahu because of NAZI history. European nations split after Israeli PM is made subject of ICC warrant over alleged war crimes. I believe let me find it here. I believe the German Foreign Ministry, they're taking a look at this ICC decision, and the office of Annalena 360, they issued a statement. Where is it? Yeah, Germany examining Netanyahu arrest warrant from the Foreign Ministry office of Annalena Baerbock. We adhere to the law at the national, European, and international levels. That is why we are examining exactly what this means for us regarding its international application. Yeah, Germany is not going to go after Netanyahu. Of course not. Of course they're not. But boy, were they happy when the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Putin, huh? Annalena was happy. If Putin travels to Germany, we're gonna arrest him. Netanyahu travels to Germany, yeah. No problem. The ICC did it to themselves, man. They did it to themselves. They went after Putin for political reasons, and then they were maneuvered because they didn't want to. They didn't want to go after Netanyahu. They were slow walking this arrest warrant over the past 6 months now, but the pressure was just too much, and they were maneuvered into having to issue an arrest warrant for Netanyahu, and now we can see their hypocrisy. We can see everyone's hypocrisy. The ICC's hypocrisy, the United States' hypocrisy, Germany's hypocrisy. We can see it all. It's all out there now. You go after Putin for purely political reasons, and then you're forced to go after Netanyahu. If they didn't go after Netanyahu, then the ICC would have been deemed illegitimate by much of the global majority. If they went after Netanyahu, then they would have felt the wrath of the neocons and Lindsey Graham, and they decided, you know what? I guess we're going to have to go after Netanyahu and just feel the wrath of the U.S. That was the decision they made. Instead of alienating the entire global South, they decided to piss off Graham and all of these guys. They did it to themselves. But here is the cope coming from the German Foreign Ministry. This is from the Foreign Ministry representative Christian Wagner. Christian Wagner said the situations regarding the ICC court's arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and Russian President Putin were different. Oh, this is great. Listen to this cope from the German Foreign Ministry. Wagner said Israel was the victim of an attack by the Palestinian group Hamas, while Russia attacked the country in violation of international law. Quote, I would like to emphasize again the comparison between Netanyahu and Putin. In this case, it is completely different because Russia, unlike Israel, does not have a functioning judicial system, Wagner said. Wow. Wow. Russia does not have a functioning judicial system. Coming from a German judicial system that goes after pensioners who repost memes calling Robert Habeck an imbecile, but it's Russia that does not have a functioning judicial system. Israel has a functioning judicial system. Russia doesn't have a functioning judicial system. That is why the Netanyahu and Putin ICC arrest is completely different. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Anyway, we'll see how all of this plays out. I think the ICC is toast. It may not be toast in the next couple of weeks, but in the next couple of years, the ICC is done. Stick a fork in it. Stick a fork in it. The ICC is cooked. And they did it to themselves. That's what you get, ICC. That is what you get for going after Russian President Vladimir Putin in such a political way. You played politics. You did the bidding of your masters, and you got burned. You got burned big time. So let's move on. And did I call this or not? It's not a done deal yet, but Reuters is reporting that Richard Grenell is going to most likely be Trump's pick for the Ukraine post, the special envoy to solve the conflict in Ukraine. I said this 2-3 weeks ago. I said I just have a hunch that maybe it'll be Grenell, and it looks like, according to Reuters, that it is going to be Grenell. I think the timing of this, the fact that this was leaked to Reuters, that most likely it'll be Grenell who's going to be the Ukraine special envoy, was done in order to try and de-escalate things in Ukraine. Maybe a type of message to Russia. Hold on for a couple of months, and we're gonna get our guy in place, who's going to work with you guys to try and solve the conflict in Ukraine. Maybe, just a thought. Anyway, that is the reporting from Reuters. And Putin held a meeting with the Ministry of Defense yesterday, and the main topic was the Oreshnik missile. Something like 36 warheads. I was reading some of the comments from my video update yesterday, and someone posted that it's actually 36 separate missiles or warheads that come from the Oreshnik. Six missiles with, it releases 6 missiles with another 6 per the 6 missiles. So I'm doing some Annalena math. 6 times 6 divided by 360 multiplied by 720i. Yeah, it's something like 36 separate warheads. I don't know if that's correct, by the way. I don't know if all of this is correct, if that's how the Oreshnik works. But it doesn't even need a payload. just the kinetic force is just so great that it just demolishes whatever all of these missiles, whatever they hit, just demolishes them. But can you imagine if these had a payload? Doesn't even have to be nuclear. The damage these missiles would do. Anyway, Putin, he announced that the Oreshnik is going to go into mass production. That's right. The live test was so successful that Russia's going to mass produce the Oreshnik. Putin also said, as he was speaking to the Ministry of Defense, various military officials, as well as the Minister of Defense, Belousov, Putin also said that Russia has more surprises. More surprises are on the way. He said the Oreshnik is not the last surprise for the enemy. When Putin goes silent, look out. Right after the ATACMS missile strikes into Russian territory in the storm shadows, Putin went dark. For 2-3 days, he went completely dark. Nowhere to be found, nothing, complete silence. And then came the Oreshnik, and now he's talking about more surprises are on the way. So what did he say at this meeting? This is translated from Russian to English. This is what Putin said about the Oreshnik test results. The tests were successful, as he was speaking to the Ministry of Defense. He said the tests were successful, the target was hit. The Oreshnik missile system operated at Yuzhmash without nuclear warheads, but can also deliver nuclear warheads. This is a new development, and Russia has several more like it on the way. According to its characteristics, the Oreshnik is capable of hitting targets throughout Europe, and no one has protection against it. In terms of its power, the Oreshnik, in combination with other missile systems, is comparable to strategic weapons, that is, nuclear weapons. And the final point that he made, and keep in mind, I am running this through the Telegram translation from Russian to English. The other thing that Putin said is that via translation, always via translation, it was decided to adopt the nut into service. The nut being a hazelnut, the name of the Oreshnik. So I got this from Telegram, and Telegram automatically translates from Russian to English. It has a feature where you can just translate to whatever is the message is saying to English. And that last line, I just thought that last line is classic, and I wanted to share it with all of you. It was decided to adopt the nut into service. Oh, man, the hazelnut. Man. So let's, do I have anything else to say? Let's see. Belousov. He stated that, actually, let me walk here so you can see this building. Let me just be careful as I cross. So Belousov said that the Russian military is grinding down the most elite of Ukraine forces in Kursk. He said the fact that Ukraine has sent these elite forces to Kursk has basically derailed whatever plans they had for 2025, their military operations in 2025 on the front lines in Donbass. They sent all their elite forces to Kursk, and most of their elite forces to Kursk. And Belousov said that the Russian military is grinding them down. Belousov also said that in Kursk, the fighting in Kursk has resulted in 34,500 Ukraine military casualties just in Kursk. That's a huge number, just in Kursk, of the most elite Ukraine forces. So that is what Belousov said. So in a new segment on this channel, F around and find out. That is the new segment that I am introducing today from Budapest, Hungary. Beautiful, huh? F around and find out. That's right. The Mail Online. The Mail Online, they have a map with the amount of time it would take for the Russian missile, the nut, the hazelnut. Oh boy, I shouldn't be laughing about this. We're about to enter World War III. And man, very dangerous times. But we're going to get through it, everybody. I'm hopeful that we're going to get through it. I hope. I don't know. Anyway, the Mail Online, F around and find out. They have the time of arrival of the hazelnut to various European cities, is what the Mail Online is posting. London in 16 to 17 minutes arrival time. Brussels, 14 to 15 minutes. Paris, 15 to 16 minutes. Rome, 13 to 14 minutes. And Berlin, 11 to 12 minutes. I believe Helsinki, I saw a map saying that Helsinki is something like 8 minutes or 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And the Baltics are something like 6 minutes. Yeah. Oh boy, things are crazy. Things are absolutely crazy. Very dangerous times that we live in, but we're going to make it through. We are going to make it through. We just got to get through these 2 months. Let me cross here. All right, let's do some clown worlds on this Saturday. Let's do some clown worlds. So Alinsky put out a TikTok video where he claims that Putin is terrified. That's what he said. Putin is terrified. It's clear that Putin is using Ukraine as a testing ground. It is also clear that he is terrified of normal life next to him, a life where people live with dignity. Yeah, that's it. Alinsky figured it out. Putin is terrified of living a life with people next to him who have dignity or whatever. Alinsky's losing it, man. Delusional. Told you guys. What I heard here is that the man in the green t-shirt is delusional. Yeah. He's coming out with statements saying that Putin is terrified. I think it's actually Alinsky that's terrified after seeing that missile. Did you guys see the video of the Oreshnik? That was terrifying. Like the plasma futuristic missile hitting Dnipropetrovsk. That was terrifying. So anyway, that's the statement from the Green Goblin, Alinsky. And we are getting reports from Ukraine Telegram channels. Not so much Clown World, but we are getting reports from Ukraine Telegram channels that Alinsky is waiting on the US and the UK for more targeting information so that they can continue to launch long-range missile strikes into Russia, and they're waiting on that info. So that may be a positive sign, maybe. Can we say that's a positive sign that Alinsky's waiting for more targeting data and he's not getting it? I don't know. Let's go this way. I'm trying to figure out how do I get up, all the way up there. Let's see. So the Financial Times, they posted an article with the title, Ukraine's Battle Against Russia in Maps and Charts, Latest Updates. And the Financial Times actually says that Ukraine is hoping to slow Russia's offensive and seize the initiative by the time Trump takes office. Senior officials believe proving they are fighters and winners will help convince the president-elect to stand by them. Delusional, man. Delusional. They're not going to be able to change the direction of the conflict, and they're not going to be able to seize the initiative. That's not happening. The war is lost. And if Trump meant what he said when he was campaigning, then he's going to have to work via Grinnell. If Grinnell is going to be the special envoy to Ukraine, they're going to have to work to get the U.S. out of Project Ukraine. That was his campaign promise, to end the war and to get the U.S. out of this conflict. We'll see. We will see. But there's going to be no seizing of the initiative, no change in the direction of this conflict for Ukraine. It is delusional stuff that the Financial Times is reporting. And the top UK military chief has said that the British army would be ready to fight tonight after threats from Putin. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're ready to fight tonight. Tonight they're ready to fight. That would be a quick fight. Very quick fight. So, one more story. We go back to Germany. I don't know if this is true. This could be fake news. This could be real news. With the insanity that is gripping the German political elite, this could be real. But I have not been able to double and triple check this story and confirm it. But I'm going to throw it out there because this is Clown World. And we always play it a little bit fast and loose on the Clown World segment. So Germany is lost. A German citizen is being prosecuted for calling Chancellor Olaf Scholz an idiot in a private Telegram group. The government claims this harmless comment is damaging Scholz's life and credibility. The pirate. The pirate's life and credibility. Boy. Anyway, that's the video, everybody. The Duran.locals.com. We are on Rumble, ODYSEE, BitChute, Telegram, Rockfin, and X. Go to the Duran shop. Pick up some merch. I am wearing my Hungry long sleeve t-shirt today as I'm walking the streets of Budapest. Link to the Duran shop is in the description box down below. Take care.
Christoforou.